Welcome back to the channel, Jerry Army. So obviously there's been a lot of volatility in the market as a whole lately. Altcoins in particular, most of the last 4 or 5 days were getting wrecked. Then they turned around yesterday and today. Some of them are about back up to break even where they were a week ago. Some of them got nuked out of existence. The fact that Jerry has been consolidating pretty nicely the last 2 weeks, we're in that 6.5 to 7 million market cap price range. That's not bad at all if you ask me. Additionally, the Jerry developments continue this week, last week. Every day we have a new exchange to go over. We have a whole new plethora of memes. We got some new videos from people, so let's just dive right in. And the new listing for Jerry was just announced yesterday, and trading is live today. Orbit Exchange, OURBIT. There's the trading. That's JYAI. And the USDT pair officially live today. The Orbit's a little bit bigger than you might expect. They are currently the number 38 biggest spot market exchange in the world. This is the spot market listing, by the way. That puts them clearly in the tier 2 category. And this joined recent listings of Bitmart last week and MEXC about a month earlier. So Jerry is looking really good. They have, I think it's 5 top 20 exchanges, one of them being a top 10 MEXC. And then they have multiple in the 20 to 30 range. So they are just racking them up and working their way up to the big dog. Now let's get into some price action. And as you can see, I had to interrupt the production of this video to go and get a haircut, but I am back now with a new and improved look. I hope you like it. Anyways, 6.2 million market cap currently. That is what we are looking at. So it's been exactly 2 weeks since June 10th. Today's the 24th, that we've been trading in this very narrow channel of about 5.75 million market cap on the bottom level and about 8.25, 8.5 million on the top level. So the good news is we're not going below the trend line here at about the 5.5, 5.75 million level. Obviously, you know, we had the 65% dip. In part, I think people maybe thought that the exchange listings weren't going to continue or that kind of stuff. Maybe they thought the exchanges had topped out at like, you know, a few in the top 20, but that's just not the case because since in the last 2 week period, since we had the 65% dip, Jerry has gotten on Bitmart, that is a top 15 exchange, and today Orbit, that's another top 35, top 40 exchange. So developments are in full swing. And then if we look at the trading volume on the top exchanges Jerry's listed on, it is very impressive. So Uniswap, that's a DEX, 112,000, 24-hour volume. But look at the exchanges compared to that. So BingX is about twice the volume or close to 3 times. LBank is about 3.5 times the volume. Orbit, that's about 4 times the volume at current levels, which makes sense. Always the day a new listing starts, you can have a lot of traders buying and selling that coin. By economy, it's also about 4 times, and it's roughly equal on Bitmart and then on MEXC and XT.com. So remember, the other exchanges that Jerry's not on, they notice the volume because that's how they make revenues. They want a lot of fees and a lot of trading going on, whether it's buying or selling. What else do we have here? Jerry is #1 in daily bullish trends and is one of the most bullish narratives in crypto. So I think this is some coinmarketcap.com sort of voting survey. You just vote, are you bullish or bearish on a certain coin? Jerry putting in pretty good. 86.5% of the votes are bullish. That is very, very impressive. You want a positive community like Jerry's. What else do we have here? We have a new Jerry YouTuber covering some channels. This guy is from Asia. I'm not too familiar, but he's got a pretty big following. Kutch, new for you. This is his first video on the project, which is good. You always want a mix of like the good go-to long-term people like myself, like Rashawn, like Christina, and then you want some newbies like this guy here to try to bring in some new audiences. So he got some good traction here, 1,200 views, 76 likes. Here's his page. It looks like he covers Baby Dogecoin and he does Pepe. What else do we have here? Here is the Jerry Dev in a tweet pointing out the impressive trading volume, specifically on the 5 top-tier exchanges. They are on the 5 top 20, and that is impressive because the other top 20s notice it. Here's the Jerry Dev hyping up the Instagram page. Here it is. So as I explained in the last video, this Instagram page for the project was created 5-6 months ago when the coin was launched. They were active the first week or two, then decided to divert resources to Telegram and Twitter, the 2 main things. But just 2 weeks ago, you know, when the price action was down, Jerry Dev said, okay, this is when we got to kick things into high gear. Don't shrink from the obstacles, you know, just kind of, you know, be more productive, be more efficient. So then since then, 2 weeks ago, the page is alive again. They're posting every day, multiple times a day. Here's every setback is a setup for a comeback. Jerry will be on every exchange, and then the Orbit listing, I wouldn't doubt them. They have only carried through on their promises. The things we do it for Jerry. So again, even if you're not really an Instagram person, just the fact that the dev is doing this, when the price action was down a couple of weeks ago, that just shows the long-term commitment, why we are at a good buy on the dip opportunity right now. What else do we have here? Here we have Jerry enjoying some carnival games. It is July 4th coming up here in the States, amusement park season. Jerry riding a green candle yesterday. Today it's kind of flat overall, the price action. And Gazipiter, long-time contributor to the project, doing another video earlier in the week. Here we have the dev organizing some raids. Here's Jerry enjoying the weekend, just literally touching grass, getting a little suntan, falling asleep. That's what we like to see, etc. And that is it for this Jerry update video. So Jerry fam, remember, this is a great buy in the dip opportunity. In my mind, we are consolidating at a very good level. We're at that average 60 to 65% dip since all-time high. And most importantly, the new exchanges are rolling in, and the new developments. It's not that we're having less activity, we're having even more activity. So, once the market turns around a little bit and this war volatility ends, then I think that this project is going to start sending. Drop a comment, Jerry fam. Always love hearing from you guys. Say hi. If you haven't already, I'll be back later in the video. Bank signing out. Catch you later.